Morning ninjas, welcome to Princess Ninja and Keto. Welcome to my home in the sunshiny state of Florida, where it is currently 74 degrees and an expected high of 88. Our rain chance is at 50%. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my daily vlog, where I primarily talk about the ketogenic lifestyle. I've been keto for 2.5 years, but occasionally, just occasionally, I mix things up. If you're new here, you may want to like and subscribe. As humiliated as I am right now, smiling with this very dark lipstick on and my very yellow teeth, today is the day where I go for my dental consult on having a beautiful, flawless smile. I am super nervous today. It has been a couple years since I went to a dentist, but it's necessary because this is not good for me. It's not good for me. Hi guys, so I had to change the intro up a little bit. It is dentist day. I'm a little nervous because of my last very traumatic experience with the dentist. Literally, the dentist was so mean to me, and I'm not being a snowflake. They were mean. He was mean. I was telling him, oh my God, that hurts, that hurts. I'm crying, tears streaming down my face. He's like, we're almost done, we're almost done. And he kept on with that drill. I like to died. I was in so much pain that I left, and as soon as I got in my car, I threw up. I literally felt like I had been assaulted. Multiple times I begged him, please stop, just give me a shot of Novocaine. I don't care what it cost. $700 later, I ended up with this fake piece of crap tooth that's now cracked in several places, and I found out from another dentist that it's because he used filling. The composite that they use to make filling with, instead of using what he was supposed to use to build my tooth, right? A crown. So anyway, here I am, 700 and something out of pocket. I left that place traumatized, and here I am less than 5 years later with a tooth that looks absolutely horrible, stress cracks in it. I can't even floss between these two teeth because it catches the edge. That should never happen. And I'm permanently scarred by that dentist. Like, literally, he got so stern and in my face, and he's like, look, we're almost done here. I'm not giving you Novocaine. And I'm just bawling. But I was so intimidated. I was so afraid of this doctor. I mean, like, he had this thing about him that made me feel like, seriously, guys, it brought back some trauma from my childhood. It brought back some serious trauma of when I was assaulted in another way. It brought back, like, instantaneously, I just, like, wanted to just disappear into that. It was horrible. Like, even now, talking about the experience, I'm, like, getting all choked up and want to cry because that was it was so scary. Anyway, I'm going to change subject. So I am feeling some anxiety today. All right, let's talk keto. Let me totally change the subject. I can't talk about this right now. So I'm up 1.5 pounds on the scale, but we knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. Some of you are saying, see, you shouldn't eat and all that crap. And some of you are like, oh man, bummer, Mel, keep going. And some of you guys are like, it's okay, you're still keto, and I love every one of you. Every one of you keep me on track. So, I had a fluffy coffee this morning, 150 calories. I kind of backed off the sweetener a little bit, hoping that it wasn't like triggering cravings. A lot of you asked me to do a candied pecan video, and I'll do that. Maybe next time my husband does an away car racing event, and then that way, I have time to just kind of do my thing and film and edit. I am trying to put more of myself into these videos. I'm trying to, now that I'm not doing eBay and Poshmark and flipping on Facebook and all of this other stuff. I do have more time, and I hope that you can see that in the content of my videos. I've been putting more thought, more creativity, more of Melanie in every video. All right, so my goal today is to go over the amendments on my voter ballot. So this year on the Florida ballot, we have There are 6 constitutional amendments, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 13 seats up for grabs on the Florida ballot. So I'm going to be dedicating the first 2 hours of my morning to research, right? Okay, so blah, blah, blah. After that, I'm going to try to hold off my fast today. It's going to be tough because I'm already hungry. It's 9 o'clock, but you know that's because I've been snacking. That's because I've had high carbs. So we knew this was going to happen. If it gets really bad, I'll mix up some collagen and bone broth and sip on that. But I'm going to try to hold off my fast till noon and then give a good brush, a good floss before I go to the dentist. And I don't know. I'm always embarrassed of my teeth, and I know dentists see worse than what I've got, but it's okay. This is going to be a long video because I've been talking for like 10 minutes now. But so many of you are like, I love these longer videos, Mel, right? Okay, so that's going to be my day today. Going through the amendments on my ballot, going through the public offices that are up for grabs in my ballot, and breaking my fast around noon. That's the only thing I have planned so far. Oh, and taking the garbage cans down to the end of the driveway. Meanwhile, while I've been filming this for 9 minutes, each trip around this house that you see me do is 39 steps. So I'm working on my Fitbit bingo card at the same time. I'm in a competition with Lorraine. Love Lorraine. She's such a great person. She's one of my subscribers, and her and I are competing right now in a bingo contest. I challenged her too in the beginning of the month. I have one more tile, Lorraine. One more. I'm sneaking up on you. Anyway, so today we're hoping for a week with no cheats. We're hoping for a week on track. Sorry I've been talking so long. You're going to see some blood sugar and glucose, or glucose and ketones. And yeah, so last week of vacation before I have to go back to work. It's going to be a big day. Going to be a big video. I'll see you guys at the next segment. And for a BLT chaffel, we have a waffle iron that is smoking hot. I mean, literally, like it's smoking hot. I have an egg here mixed with 2 tablespoons of fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And I have some organic mozzarella. I'm going to place the mozzarella, just a sprinkle full, on the burner to get a nice crispy crust. I have whipped up my egg and Parmesan. I'm going to throw that. Then I'm going to throw some mozzarella on top. I'm going to close this, get it nice and crispy, and I'll be back for the next step. My chaffel is cooking. I have prepared and washed myself 1 large lettuce leaf. I've cut 2 slices of tomato, and I have laid out here this pre-cooked bacon that I made yesterday during meal prep, and I'm going to add it to this chaffel in just a moment. But I have a very cheap, sucky waffle iron, so this might take a minute. The bacon is nice and crispy now. It's nice and warmed up, and we're going to create our BLT. Cut the waffle in half. Add the lettuce leaf, 1 to each side of the chaffel, and this keeps the mayonnaise and the tomato juices from seeping out of the holes in the waffle. Next, you're going to add mayonnaise, salt, and pepper. Down that beautiful tomato. Lay down that second piece of beautiful chaffel, and there you have a keto BLT. All right, guys, I know you're going to get so tired of these confessions, but you can never accuse me of not being 100% transparent and honest with you. So the closer and closer I have come to the appointment with my dentist, the more anxious I've become. And what started as 1 cup of Fage yogurt, which is not a big deal, and 1 serving of Lily's chocolate chips became a 2nd serving. So I've now had 2 full cups of Fage yogurt and 60 chips, because there's 30 chips in a serving of Lily's chocolate chips. I haven't logged it, but I'm probably not going to make my macros today. Anyway, I'm going to do the best I can to control the circumstances, but I'm always going to be 100% real with you. You won't see perfection here at all, except for the teeth. The teeth are going to be perfect. All right, guys, I am finished up here for today. I have an appointment to come back tomorrow at noon to consult with their implant specialist. So what we have decided for right now is that we are going to take care of the things that absolutely positively need to be taken care of for medical reasons. And that is doing an implant for each one of the teeth that are missing. It is causing my teeth back here to fall forward, which is causing stress fractures in the teeth in the back. And so right now I have a cavity underneath one of my very old fillings that I've had since I was like 13 years old. That's got to be taken care of, because eventually the tooth is just going to fall apart. So on one of the teeth in the back that has a cavity, I need a crown. And the other tooth needs just a filling, a standard filling. So, and then I'm going to do the 2 implants. The doctor is going to put my face tomorrow. The procedure cost $150. It is but the $150 will come off the cost of the implants. Okay, so I'm going to have the implants no matter what the cost of the scan is. But when they do the scan, they're also going to be able to tell by the way my teeth line up, by the spaces between my teeth, by the bone structure, everything else, if I am going to be a really good candidate for veneers. So there are non-invasive veneers, and then there are porcelain veneers where they actually shave the entire tooth down. I don't know that I want to do veneers if they're going to have to shave the entire tooth down. But we are going to look into a non-invasive veneer, which means they just basically rough up the surface of the tooth and apply the veneer to it. They're going to talk about cost. They're going to talk about all of that. I don't know how much of the cost that I'm going to share, because it seems as though every time I talk about how much I pay for something, I always get comments about, I wish I could afford that, or, you know, it must be nice to have that kind of money, or you're so lucky you have that money. And it's uncomfortable. It just puts me in this super uncomfortable place. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to share. I will do a full comprehensive before and after video, whatever I decide to do. But so far, so good. They did a cleaning, except for with COVID, they weren't allowed to do the polisher. I don't know why. They took the plaque off the teeth. They flossed me. They gave me the antibacterial. They did all that. They actually said my teeth look really good. My bones look really good. They think I'm going to be a really good candidate for these 2 implants here. So I'm excited about that. But this is going to be multiple visits. It's going to be multiple trips. It's going to be a couple of different consultations on a couple of different things. But the very first thing we're going to address is the 2 missing teeth. We're going to get those taken care of. And then we're going to go to all of the other issues before we start talking about cosmetic. So that's how my visit went. All right, guys, you wanted to see how I was going to do the pork ribs. I took them out of the package, of course. I cut them into pieces that they would fit in here. I added 1 cup of chicken broth. I took 2 whole Valdea onions, peeled them, and cut them in half. And this is an entire bag of those really beautiful radishes, washed and the ends cut off. Now I'm going to close this and pressure cook it for 1 hour on high heat. And then I'm going to move them from here to the other air fryer, where I'm going to sauce them and finish them. All right, guys, so I have made up this wonderful concoction. I have been pressure cooking these ribs, and it was hard to get them out of the pan. The bone is just falling right off them. But what I want to do now is I want to put a nice glaze on them like a traditional barbecue. So what I did was I took 2 tablespoons of this Primal Kitchen organic unsweetened ketchup. I took 2 tablespoons of this Simple Girl Southern Blend Barbecue. I took a teaspoon of Texas Pete hot sauce, a couple drops of monk fruit sweetener, and a teaspoon of yellow mustard. Sprayed my rack down with a non-stick spray, and I'm going to add some of these roasted radishes up here with mine. You can see I have my husband's in there already. I just want to warn you, if you're using a stackable air fryer and you're cooking ribs, wings, anything with a sauce on it that might have sweetener in it, you want to make sure that their ribs are put on the bottom, because you don't want their sauce to drip down on top of yours, because mine, of course, is keto friendly. His is not keto friendly. So just a little tip. So I'm going to put them in the air fryer at 390 degrees and cook them off until that glaze becomes nice and sticky. And another day where I blew it. Started the day with great intentions, got into the sweets. I know. You don't have to tell me or beat me over the head with it. Calories don't look too bad at 1768. Protein looks good at 144. Fat's a little high at 119. But 30 net carbs and 38 total carbs. So not a good weight loss keto day. Welcome to my very dark commitment to fitness. It is getting ready to get dark. But I've decided that I'm going to take a walk because of the amount of calories and carbs that I've consumed today. I'm not doing it as a punishment. I'm doing it as damage control. Because the fact of the matter is, if I've kicked myself out of ketosis, as long as I don't eat anything else for the next 12 to 16 hours, my blood sugar should come down to a reasonable level. I think what I need to do for a reality check tomorrow is first thing in the morning, check my ketones and blood glucose. And yeah, so before I have my coffee, I really think that if I were to check right now, I'm out of ketosis. Maybe I'll do that tonight after my walk. But that just means you'll get the video a little bit later. So somewhere in here, in this screen, right here in this area, I'm going to post my glucose and ketones. Okay, so the ribs were phenomenal. The BLT chaffel was phenomenal. I hope you guys enjoyed a little extra cooking, which means the video is a little extra long. I had some things happen today that normally doesn't happen. If you're new to my channel, my videos, I normally try to keep them between 10 and 15 minutes. But here lately, because I've been on vacation and I've got a lot going on in my life, my videos have been much longer. Anyway, this is my commitment to fitness. I am shooting for 2 miles. Got a flashlight in my back pocket. So let me get off of this phone and finish editing this video. And then I'll come back real quick and say goodnight. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I'm going to be signing off. I'll see you tomorrow with another daily vlog. There's a sneak peek of my handsome man. Good night. And not Toby. I wasn't talking about Toby. Good night. Sleep tight. That's what he gets for honking the horn and scaring the crap out of me yesterday. And don't let the bed bugs bite.